So street reminds me of some of my more adventurous travels. A friend of mine works for an airline, and they've been very kind to me in the past. And they've given me standby tickets where you basically can stick your thumb out at an airport and hop on a plane. On one of these trips, I went to Geneva, Switzerland for a week. No, not, yeah, Geneva, Switzerland for a weekend. Wow. Beautiful town, lovely town, has all sorts of fantastic artifacts and things to see there. There's a glorious like archaeological dig of various churches on top of churches on top of churches underneath a cathedral, which is very fitting, which kind of shows how things transition over time. There's a lot of stuff with John Calvin, who has his own problems, but overall, like, had a very nice time. I was only there for a weekend. I literally flew out on a Friday evening and was flying back Sunday morning Europe time. So I had about 24 hours on the ground. And towards the end of that, I decided I was not going to get a hotel room. I closed out a bar, just hanging out, drinking very slowly, did not get drunk. Just hanging out, people watching, chatting with people, having a nice time. And then after that, decided I would walk all the way back to the airport. It was like 2, 3 in the morning, something like that. And it was probably about 15, 16 city blocks in Geneva that I was walking. And for the better part of 9 blocks, I happened to be walking approximately 1.5 blocks behind somebody the entire way. And it made me feel weird because I know how I felt walking and feeling like someone is following me, especially somebody at a weird distance like that. And it just happened to be I was going that way. And it's funny how the brain tricks you when you are like getting into one of those empathetic paranoid cycles of like, I feel like I'm weirding them out, which is weirding me out, but I know this is just the way I'm going and it has nothing to do with me. So hopefully they don't care. And we'll see from there. Got home safe.
Peter,
Heinrich?
I got the feeling you're following me lately.
Look, Heinrich, it's completely unintentional. Like, I said goodbye to you back at the conference 3 blocks ago, and we just happened to park in the same garage.
Yeah, what is with yesterday? I went to this bar and suddenly you came through the door.
I was there to meet Steven. Steven texted me randomly going, "Hey, are you doing anything tonight?" And I said, "No, it's been forever. Do you want to hang out?" And he said, "Yeah, I'd love to hang out. I was looking for some reason to go out." And he picked the bar. I had no say in that whatsoever, and there you were.
Peter, and the day before, I was jogging in the middle park, and who comes jogging from the other side? It was you.
Look, there was a fun virtual 5K, and it had the route already planned out, so I just had it on my phone. I was just following it. I had no idea you'd be in that park. I almost ran into you. I was just in my own little world. We just barely missed, and then we had a laugh about it.
Peter,
Heinrich,
tell me the truth. What's going on?
Heinrich, we don't talk enough anymore.
Right.
I keep trying to naturally run into you somewhere so that we go, haha, isn't this funny? And then we sit there and we hang out and we talk, so I don't feel like I'm a burden or like I'm imposing upon you for asking for your time. And you don't reach out and ask for my time, so I get stuck in my head and I start going through the vicious cycle. You know that little inner monologue that says something, just starts ticking over going, if they really cared, they would reach out, but if they're not reaching out, that means they don't X, Y, Z.
Have you ever asked yourself why I don't spend time, why I don't talk, why I don't be with you so much anymore?
It slowed down more and more as we kept running into each other.
No, slow down more and more. 6 months ago.
Yeah?
We had this barbecue.
Yeah, it was fantastic. You made some absolutely divine food. You're a master grill master.
Yes. And you? Come on, you remember. Was it so unimportant for you? I remember it like it was today. You were talking bullshit to the boss. Bullshit about me, just to look good. I know you don't mean it like that, but you cannot do that. You.
Look, I had too many beers. I didn't know what I was saying. Anybody who would listen to me. I had his attention, so I just kept talking.
Yeah. And he liked it.
Yeah. So he kept listening, so I kept talking. You know that awkward thing where if you just stand there silently, the other person will just eventually feel like they have to speak to fill the silence? Kind of did that to me.
Yeah.
After we got past,
I really felt hurt, and I felt like shit.
I'm sorry.
I know it's in a way I know it's how it happened, and it could have happened to me, and maybe I should have talked to you earlier, but I was ashamed. It's how could I go to you and say, what have you done, and being melodramatic, and so I just shut up.
I know how that goes.
It's time
I'm
for
sorry.
another barbecue, but
Yeah,
without the boss. Without the boss.
now that I can get behind.
Barbecues and alcohol. This is the thing. Oh yeah, I had plenty of them, plenty of beers, and yeah, it can happen real shit. Once, good friend of mine, he just fall asleep on the toilet. Which was funny, but he locked the door and everyone was standing in front of the door and tried to get in. We had only this one toilet, and he was sitting there and snoring. We could watch through the holes. Oh my God, and we were, open the door, and finally he woke up and he came out. We couldn't do damage the door. So maybe be careful on a barbecue with lots of alcohol. But maybe also not, because all these stories, they're funny and they're good fun. It's nice to remember them. It's a story which makes you alive, and can't wait for the next barbecue. Time for summer.